So
Yes.
look, uh, it will be a mix of some data points and some charts. One data point, we'll get into the specifics of the data point later, but one data point came on, say, Friday evening that
Mm,
Q2 advanced tax collection
mm,
is up 22% YOY. So ये,
yes.
this is the period Q1 mein when this happened, then the debate was of the base effect because of the COVID second wave. Now,
Mm,
again, the number that have come, and this is number till September 15th, this is showing a
mm,
good uptick, mainly in the services export, and the manufacturing export, while picking up, is not as good as the services export. Imports, the trade deficit is one negative factor, that the import costs are higher than the uptick in import value is higher than the uptick in the exports. So we also have a trade deficit. But my point is, this is a very strong number that has come on Friday evening, which is a 22% YOY uptick in advanced tax collection. This indicates, in my view, a very strong GDP number for Q2 as well. And we will see there will be a difference in the Indian GDP versus the global GDP again in Q2. Let me come to a few charts. One chart I was looking at, and I'll tweet it out parallelly, is the chart on BSE Consumer Discretionary Index. General view is this festive season sales will be one of the best in 5 years that we have seen. इसका background भी है. This is the first, I would say, full proper festive season sales after 3 years, uh, after the unlock. And monsoons have been strong. Like monsoon number have come 7% above the average. एक historical एक chart, अभी it this consumer discretionary index was consolidating for 8 months, and it has just broken out in the last, I would say, 3 weeks. Historical official data is, in the 2 decades, whenever a breakout of consumer discretionary index has happened, this index has given at least 60 to 80% rise over the next 2 years. We'll come to this point. This is on the consumer discretionary index. Third point is on the Nifty itself. Nifty index had a golden crossover towards the end of August, which is when 50 DMA crossed the 200 DMA. There is official data that 8 out of 11 times, 8 out of 10 times, whenever Nifty has done a golden crossover, the average returns is 11% over the next 6 months, 8 out of 10 times. So, point I'm making is, we are discussing a bear market, but technical indicators are still not entered the bearish zone. The forward looking numbers that are coming, which is specifically, I told you, the advanced tax collection, till 1 year back, the monthly GST collection was 90,000 to 1 lakh crore. Now, every month that number is coming to 1.5 lakh crore plus. हर महीने वो 50,000 करोड़ रुपया एक्स्ट्रा. साल का एनुअल रन रेट दैट इज 6 लाख करोड़. टैक्स, डायरेक्ट टैक्स का अपटेक 6 मंथ्स का इज 2 लाख हायर दिस ईयर देन लास्ट ईयर. उसको एनालाइज करोगे तो 4 लाख करोड़ जोड़ के, दैट्स अ 10 लाख करोड़ ऑफ हायर रियल कैश इनफ्लो टू द गवर्नमेंट्स किटी. And that is showing very strongly in the order book of EPC company and capital goods companies. And it's also showing in PSU banking index. So my sense is, I am bullish on the public side of capex things. I am not fully convinced on the private capex, but I strongly am seeing a very strong uptick in the consumer discretionary spending, likes of Titan, Asian Paints, all those home non-staple discretionary consumption is very, very strong, which is also showing on the charts. So that is my reason on the bullish side. I understand all the turmoil on Europe, exports, everything, but combining the two, I'm not completely bearish.
Income tax advance numbers. The company management knew it all along, and insiders knew it all along. It's just lesser mortals like us, we read on TV or see newspaper. So I don't think that will have much of an impact. And according to me, okay, I can be wrong, that everything is discounted here. Abhishek, if you buy Asian paints at 3,400, and if you expect it to go up by 50 or 60%, do you know how much market cap you are talking of? So if I buy Titan at 26 or 2700, when will I earn? You bought, I'm following you. Please, you bought that Upper Intellect design and it went up. Okay. Now again it's down. What happened? Nothing happened. It's just pure demand and supply. Stock market is what? What is stock market? Demand and supply. There is no other rocket science. This fundamentals. If they are bad, also the markets go up, and if they are good, also the markets go down. Because it's only demand and supply. Nothing changed in the fundamentals of Ambuja cement at 550 or at 510. But still, there is a variation, there is a movement, and the function of the market is to create movements. Then only people will be attracted towards it. Otherwise, it will be a rationing shop. And golden crossover and all that, frankly, I don't understand. And before you walked in, I had made a point. How many stocks are down 30 and 40% in Nifty? Have you calculated that? The point I'm making, only six, seven stocks are keeping afloat the Nifty. It's a totally manipulated index. Whether you believe, agree, not agree, I have my own view, and I'm sure it's manipulated because. And before you walked in, I explained about Maruti that Ford is at $60 billion. We are at this. Ford's turnover is 12 and a half lakh crore. Here, the turnover is 1 lakh crore. So the P ratio over there is 5.3. Here it is 65. Now, such mismatches, you might say India is a growth story, blah, blah. I've heard it 10 number of times from various people. And I made another point. If you want to invest in high tech engineering, QSR, technology companies, not IT companies, and a few good startups. That's my thesis. Rest, सीमेंट स्टील वो सब बकवास है. एक कंज्यूमर का वो जो आपको वो शौक है ना, आप यूएस में जाएगा और आप बात करेगा J&J का कि प्रॉक्टर एंड गैम्बल का, पीपल विल स्टेयर एट यू. क्या बात करता है? व्हाट आर these stocks? No, they are widow stock. uh, that's what somebody told me. So I would say you are young, and I bet you are very capable. Find out something new ना यार. ये छोड़ना फालतू का. ये टाटा कंज्यूमर है. ये 300 रुपए का स्टॉक भी नहीं है. Trying to make is whatever it is, it's well discounted, overly discounted, high. Please, you understand, I'm not against the shares. I'm against the valuations. If you buy Tata Consumer at 800, you know how much market cap you are paying? 80,000 crores. 3 years back, it was 8,000 crores.
That I
No,
didn't understand where it is coming from. The
no,
reality
okay,
is,
okay,
if
okay.
double
I
digit
will
volume
explain
growth
you.
comes, if double
I
digit
will
volume growth
explain.
comes, market cannot crash. It might go sideways
Look,
because of
look, look.
valuation.
Abhishek, you made a very big point. Lot of bearishness and all. विप्रो 720 वाला 400 हो गया. बुलिशनेस है. इन्फोसिस 1900 समथिंग का 1300 समथिंग हो गया. बुलिशनेस है. टाटा मोटर्स वो छोड़ो. टाटा स्टील अब 1500 का 1000 हो गया. हिंडाल्को का 650 का 400 समथिंग हो गया. एंड such many stocks, where is the bullishness? The bullishness is in Nifty, because if not HDFC Bank, then Maruti. If not Maruti, then ITC.
Can I
You are,
make a point? Can I make one point?
yeah, always. This is an open forum.
So
Everybody is saying.
exactly that is a conundrum now. Wipro, IT, these are export stories, while export of services. This is indicating that there is demand slowdown in the end countries, which is not India. But जो domestic consumption stories है, they are holding strong. That is my only point.
Abhishek, I made a point that since 44 years, I have never seen a slowdown in consumption. So you are not stating something new. A country with 135 crore people, if they consume 5,000, say a year also, calculate how much it will be. So I'm not saying there is no consumption. There is lots and lots and lots of consumption. But our stock valuation is wrong, wrong, wrong. Should be up.
I'm not saying. I don't know about tomorrow.
Okay. No,
My view was the heading of the space is Nifty. It is not HUL or Wipro or any specific stock. So I was making the index is a culmination of many things. In our index, the largest composition is financials, which is 35%.
no, it,
Currently,
no. It's more. Now it's more.
so maybe it's close to 40%. I'm saying let's discuss that as a proxy. Are you bearish on financials? Then it's a good enough indicator. It's 40% of the weight.
Hmm.
But we can't discuss individual stocks and make a when the space is about Nifty.
Give you the point. And on financials, I don't have any view because of my firm belief. Financials never ever make good money. Industrials do make uh, good money. If you are talking about India, yes, I agree with you. But if you are talking of US, JP Morgan low was 114 2 months back. Yesterday it was 117.51. It's doing nothing. Now, here you will be surprised to know that all private banking stocks are being propped up in a way. HDFC buys ICICI Bank, ICICI Bank buys Kotak, Kotak buys Axis, Axis buys HDFC. So it's a circuitous thing, and I don't find any fault in it. I don't have anything against it. Let the game go on. I'm happy if the index is at say 20,000. But for me, it is a challenge. Just making a point that please invest your money wisely, thoroughly. Don't invest anywhere, otherwise, there is a full chance. And history is a proof. So many high flyers of yesteryears are down. I don't think this time is different. It is the same every time. If this time is different, this